afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Discovrtv South Africa. Loes, I got that right.
Loes,
I'm not going
that's
to try
perfect.
your surname. I'm
Yeah?
not going to try your surname.
Van Schaijk.
Van Schaijk. This is Prague Day. I'm calling this now officially Discovrtv Prague Day.
I think that's going to be a good tradition.
Yes, I think, I don't even know what the day it is, but I think every day that it is today should be National Prague Day on Discovrtv. So I have to ask this question straight up. Do you know Dashi and Jeff?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I met Jeff first when I was playing in Irish pubs in Prague, because I actually I became a full-time musician in January this year, and I did
Oh,
it
wow.
for 3 months, and then it came to a quite abrupt halt. But I met Jeff and Dashi because Jeff also works as a sound engineer.
Aha,
And, yeah.
okay.
So I met him in the pubs.
I was absolutely blown away by the sound of the two of them, and I seem to this sound that's coming out of Prague right now sounds amazing. What's happening there?
Well, right now I'm not really sure. Right now everybody's going stir crazy, but like those first 3 months of the year, it was amazing and exhilarating to be a part of it, because the live scene is really nice. There are a lot of places. Maybe that's also a little bit because of tourism, that if there are enough pubs that can afford to have live music on every night, then you're going to create an environment or a culture where people play regularly and people also get used to and it's also, I think it really belongs to Czech culture in a way. Like a lot of the musicians who are playing every day in Prague are expats, but a lot of Czech musicians are musicians, be it professionally or amateur. Like it's in their culture. They have a very long tradition of everybody just playing some kind of instrument.
Yeah.
That's also how I wound up here, because I met Slovak and Czech musicians in the bluegrass scene at festivals and jam sessions, and it really, it pulled me to
Is there any way to describe the Czech sound? I mean, is it a sound?
It's very difficult to describe. I think you not only have to hear it, but you have to experience it. Like for me, the bluegrass scene and the tramping scenes, where you get together, people go camping in the woods and they have these parties, and it's like there's a social element, there's the musical element, and it's really about a togetherness, and it's like, you really have to be there in the middle of it to really feel it.
I have this absolute desire to come to Czech Republic now. I've never been there. The closest, I think, Hungary's close, isn't it? I've been to Budapest.
Hungary, yeah.
I think that's the closest I've been. My son lives in Italy, in the north of Italy, so I've been in Italy, but I've never been to Czech Republic, and I now have this absolute desire, because you all seem like amazingly wonderful people as well, and friendly, and I mean, everybody that I'm meeting online, I mean, today I'm loving this concept of Prague. I got to go there, and as you know, Marie, who is one of the founders of Discovrtv, is also from Prague. I've actually invited her to come say hello to us. I hope she's getting my message. Today's been one of those days that has just been a bit chaotic, because we were trying to get Dashi and Jeff sorted out. But I'm so glad to have you on. But I think what we're going to do, and we're gonna mix it up, because normally how we do this is I just intro you and you play for a half an hour, 40 minutes. But what I really have loved about today is getting to know you guys as musicians and as people. So I thought maybe what we'd do today is, like, you can play, look, I'm going to bring in a special guest. And I'm very honored to have her as a special guest, because Marie from Prague.
Hey. Nice to see you.
I had to get Marie in, and I was going to do it earlier, but I got so caught up. I got so caught up in the Dashi situation that we were in that I totally forgot to call you.
A great show. I loved it. It was really cool. Even though they didn't perform, it was great to see the videos, wasn't it?
It was absolutely. So, Marie, I'm going to actually ask you if you will host the show today, and I want to go into the background, because, I mean, you're in Prague. Loes is in
not
Prague.
physically right now, no.
Okay, but you're closer than I am.
Much closer.
So yeah, I think as we said, the idea today is really to chat about the music and the scene in Prague, and play a couple of tracks, come back, have a chat, play a couple more tracks, come back, have a chat, and just take it from there. And Marie, I'm gonna disappear. and I'm going to let you
Well,
take
you know,
over.
that's not fair because, like, hey, I'm not ready. You know, I was kind of like in the middle of something, but you know, let's do this.
I love doing this.
How nice to meet you in person, by the way. We've been sitting before, obviously, behind the organizing this. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yep. We can
How
hear
are
you
you
perfect.
guys? How are you doing?
Ah, I'm good. I'm excited to play.
Awesome. Jules, thank you so much for the intro. Then I'll take it from here.
Okay, thank you. I'll be on here.
Lauren posted on Facebook. I saw that you've got a couple live streams lined up for this weekend. So tell me, how has lockdown been for you, and what are the plans? How are you dealing with it? I know you didn't have a power in your house for a while. That's pretty. That's pushing it, you know.
Yeah.
How has it been for you?
Yeah, there was one day when I had a short circuit and I didn't know how to get it back on because the main switch was in a cabinet that I couldn't access because I didn't have the key. So that was pretty scary because I didn't know what to do if I couldn't charge my phone. I had my candles out and my books and everything. So, but I thought, well, in the long term, I'm going to have to be able to communicate with people, and you can't just go into a coffee shop and plug your phone in or something. You know, all these
That's true.
none of
Yeah.
these things are available anymore. But it was fixed the same day, so that was good. And I think in the end, you get kind of creative. You just think of alternative ways to keep busy, and there's always something to do. I've never been bored, and I've not been feeling lonely, even though I haven't seen anybody. I've just been on my own since the 12th of March. I haven't been out much.
Yeah, I know you've
But
been busy. I've seen your Facebook and Instagram popping up all the time, organizing an international open stage. How has that been? Tell us about it.
yeah, that's really good. It's I'm organizing that together with Marley Wildthing. She's also a musician from Prague, or she's from Austria, but she's living in Prague, and she arranges, she books the concerts at Sad Man's Tongue and Black Betty's, where there's music every night, and that's how I know her. And I had this, I got an idea to do this open mic because I saw it on Instagram that some American musicians were doing it. And I thought it was a really nice concept to pass around, like to go from one profile to the next. And it's a little bit complicated because you have to communicate really well. Otherwise, people get
Mhm.
lost. They don't know which page to check into. But it's kind of exhilarating because you really have to stay focused, and
Mm.
you go to all these profiles, so it's a little bit like you're moving, even though we don't move that much anymore.
Mm.
We just sit on our couches all day, and then kind of virtually you're moving and you're meeting all these people, and everybody's very positive, and it's really nice. And for me, it's the only reason why I even know which day it is, because otherwise I would completely lose track. But now I have to remember
Very
when it's
true.
Sunday because I have to host the open mic. So yeah, for me it's like it's a good way to keep positive and stay in survival mode, and uh and
Yeah, the
it's not going
guys
to be
so,
forever.
in the previous show, Dashi and Jeff were saying that live streaming is cool, but they still think that you can't really replace the live performance, you know, connection with people and all of that. But I must say that doing these home concerts, watching the home concerts, watching all different live streams in different cities that where I know artists, or where where you just it just pops up and you watch it, you get like a different way of connecting people, different connection, and it's also really cool. And like
Yeah.
you said, it our senses right now are highlighted to something else. Like it's just like we focus on other things because we cannot go out. And in a way, this has actually been really cool. I think it brought us together. It just kind of brought out some other color in everybody, which actually has been quite nice. So
Mm.
so yeah, I'm really looking forward to your session. What are you gonna play for us, and what did you prepare? I'm really looking forward to hearing that.
I prepared some original songs, so I think I'm going to start with two songs and then we can have another chat if you'd like. I'm going to start with a song called Simon Says, and it's a song that I wrote that's inspired by one of my favorite songwriters, Paul Simon. I had a very big when I studied at the conservatory. I studied music and education, and I followed a minor called songwriting, and I had to read this really big Bible for songwriters called Songwriters on Songwriting by Paul Zollo, and it was interviews with songwriters. And it
Mhm.
was very interesting how the songwriters say like what their methods are. And Paul Simon is
I,
actually
I love
pretty,
that book. I read that. Yeah.
yeah. And Paul Simon really has a method, and it's like it's like a strategy that you can follow. So you can try writing his way,
Mhm.
and getting a song in that style, and it's actually very close to how I like to write songs. So I felt very drawn to it,
Okay.
and I tried to make it mostly about the grooves and the rhythm of the lyrics more than about the meaning necessarily, or to keep the meaning kind of vague, but to let it flow in a way that I really love about his songs. They're like storytelling and also grooves. Um,
Is that how you usually write? So you write the lyrics and then you deduce the melody from how the text flows.
It's always different. Like for most songs I have different strategies. Sometimes the music comes first and then the lyrics, and sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes it comes together. So usually I'm inspired by something new that I learned. So I always
Mhm.
have to keep challenging myself to learn either new chords on the guitar, or to learn something new about the world, like some new information, um, or some new scale that I didn't master before, or whatever, like a little new input, and then I work from there. And
It's like
I
little experiments.
Yeah, little experiments, and it's usually like I have a couple of pillars there, and then I fill in the gaps later. So sometimes I have my moments where I feel like I want to get stuff out, so I just write a lot, and I make a lot of demo tracks, and I collect a lot of material, and then later, when I'm in a more of a puzzle mode, then I try to just work on it very methodically and disciplined, and I work it out into a song. And sometimes several concepts, I join them together into one song if I find that it fits, like thematically, or that it fits to the rhythm of the music. Yeah.
Amazing. Let's hear it. Let's hear the first two songs and then I'll be back and we'll chat some more then.
Yep.
What is the name of the song? Tell us.
This song is called Simon Says, and then I will follow it with a song that I wrote that's based on a poem by Richard Wilbur. So I didn't write the text, but I wrote the music. That's called Death of a Toad, because I found it a very beautiful poem about a frog that gets caught in a lawnmower, and it's very gory. You can just imagine that the frog is out in the grass and it's enjoying the sun and it's having a nice day, and all of a sudden somebody comes along with the lawnmower, and then there's like little bits of frog all over the lawn. But it's very um,
Amazing. No, I don't think I've heard the song before, so let's hear it. That sounds really, really cool.
I don't really believe people change it much in one lifespan. It would be naive to think that if evolution can't do it, you can. Everybody's got a different heaven and everybody wants to get there. But we were all dumped into the same boat and we gotta row it somewhere. Row, row, row. Don't even think of going up the street. Row, row, row. You know it's my boat to my life, my dream. Row, row, row. Let the wind blow in your back and let yourself be. Flow, flow, flow. Gently to the world's end. There's a man watching his guitar, he just came back from New Orleans. He says, everybody I met there has been stealing my music, it seems. There's a girl lying flat on her back and she's floating in the water. She says, I don't feel the need to be a female version of my father. And if there's a prize that we're reaching for, who says it won't weigh the whole boat down? Till somebody dives all the way to the bottom, we'll never know. There's a danger of drowning. Row, row, row. Don't even think of going up the stream. Row, row, row. You know it's my boat to my life, my dream. Row, row, row. Let the wind blow in your back and let yourself be. Flow, flow, flow. Gently to the world's end. towed the bow mower cart, chewed and clipped of a leg with a hobbling hop as got to the garden verge, and the cinerary of leaves gave it sanctuary in the shade of the ashen heart-shaped leaves, in a dim, in a low, in a final way. Day dwindles, drowning, and at length is gone in the white and antique eyes which still appear to watch the daylight steer. His original heart's blood goes, spends on the earthern height, folds and wisenings, flows in the gutters of the banks and staring eyes. He lies as still as if he would return to stone, as still as if he would return to stone, soundlessly attending. He dies toward some deep monotone, toward misted and Apollyon seas, towards the cooling shores, towards lost amphibious embrace. Day dwindles, drowning, and at length is gone in the white and antique eyes which still appear to watch the daylight steer.
That was beautiful. That was amazing. Thank you so much for that. What's it like performing to a screen? Have you gotten used to it so far?
Well, it's really strange. It's very different from. It's like you, like we talked about before. Like it's definitely not a replacement for performing on a stage with live audience, but it's
Mhm.
also not the same as when you're just picking for yourself in your living room. Even though I am picking by myself in my
Mhm.
living room, but it's different. So especially because normally I wouldn't wear headphones uh, and I want to sing. I realize that normally when I sing at home I sing a lot quieter because I'm trying not to disturb my neighbors, and when I'm singing on stage there's a lot of noise usually in the pubs and everything, so I have to sing louder, and I can open up my voice more. So it took me a long while to get used to exactly how I want to position myself, if I want to sit or stand, and how
Mhm.
loud or quietly I want to sing and how I want to do it, and if I want to watch the camera all the time, or yeah, I'm
What do you
still
like? I'm
searching.
curious. I was gonna have another question, but I have a question now because obviously I'm kind of like on the back of the house, organizing concerts, organizing all kinds of things for artists. But what's your experience as a performer? What connects you to your audience the best? Like what works? What would be your advice for performers? What is the do's and don'ts?
Of live streaming.
Yeah.
um
What you just said, like, you said about what's you were looking for your positioning yourself in this environment, in the circumstances, but do people connect to you through live streams, and what's it like?
mhm. Well, it's nice if you get comments from people. I do realize that I keep forgetting to check them after I play a song. I usually
Mhm.
I usually, because I'm a little bit nervous, then I find that I just And there's also normally you have the moment where everybody applauds and you have a little, you kind of release tension. And
Mhm.
there's a little moment where, uh, both for the audience and for the performer, there's a moment to say goodbye to the previous song and get ready for the next song. But when you're in your living room and you just finish your last chord and there's absolutely nothing coming back at you, then it's very tempting to just go straight into the next song.
Mhm.
But it's weird because you have this mindset still of the previous song, and maybe people commented something. Maybe they want to say something about what you played, or and actually, it would be good to take some time to after each song to just take a look at what they wrote and respond to that, and just because also when you're on a stage and you're performing, sometimes some people don't really have the sensibility and they come up to you and talk to you as you're singing. But most people wait until you're done with the song and then they come up to you and they say something to you, and then you can have a little chat in between the songs.
Mhm.
And you can have that as well with the comments section. So that's really nice. And I thought it was
Well,
really
we have Julian in the background, so there is a comment, and Dad says, "Applause again. We
Yay!
want some
On
more.
that.
They want some more songs." So what do you plan to play for us next? Tell us.
Oh, I'm gonna play a song called "This Sorry Waltz." That was a song that I wrote after a breakup,
Mhm.
and it's partly about the breakup itself, about the fact that I was with this guy for 5 years, and it was a very good relationship. And at the beginning of the relationship, I already promised him that I would write him a song, that I would write him a love song in the form of a waltz because he likes sentimental
Mhm.
country waltzes. But I couldn't write it because I thought it was too cliche and everything. And
That's another
yeah, I didn't
comment.
get it done. And then after 5 years, when the relationship was over, all of a sudden the next day I had the song. So that's partly what it's about. And it's also about my bad habit to say sorry for everything all the time. Like I have the tendency to over apologize. So the word loses its meaning. And that's what this song
I
is about.
heard somebody say, I think it was at Sheeran, but I wouldn't put my hand in the fire for that. But I think he said, if you want to write a hit and a love song, make it in the rhythm of a waltz, and
Mhm.
you're gonna, you're just going to win it. So let's hear it. Let's hear the love song. I'm looking forward.
Cool. And then after that, I'll play another song
Okay.
straight away, and that's called "Get Your Dad Another Beer." And I prefer not to say anything about that song because I want to leave it up to people how they interpret the lyrics. And it's a little bit like it's not so much. It's about a very delicate situation. I have my opinion about that. Other people have other people have onions. I just said. Other people have
I
other
have
opinions about
opinions.
that.
Opinions are
uh,
like opinions,
but
so
what I tried to do with this song is to just like I fantasized about a situation within a family where there's a conversation between a mother and a daughter, and just give a little glimpse, like as if you look through the window and or you hear the conversation, and then it's up to everybody to think about, to complete the fantasy about or what happened before and what happens after and what they think about it. And
I
that's
love it.
called "Get Your Dad Another Beer."
I love giving context to these songs. So yeah, take it away.
First, "This Sorry Waltz." I promised you a waltz, but I could not close the deal because words could not do justice to how you made me feel. Now that I threw that all away, these words keep ringing in my ear. You were the light of my life, my dearest dear. And all I ever really seem to say is sorry. But what does sorry really do to ease your pain? So take this waltz and take my tears. Walk away and find yourself a new dear. If you ever need me, I'll be here, my dearest dear. Now if you happen to find your match that lights a fire in your soul, rest assured she'll be inspected by the one who lost it all. And if she ever does you any harm, well, this I promise you, the sorry waltz will become a murder ballad too. And all I ever really seem to say is sorry. But what does sorry really do to ease your pain? So take this waltz, take my tears, walk away and find yourself a new gear. If you ever need me, I'll be here. My dearest dear. I've been told I'm self-destructive, and if that's true, then it's a curse, because there's always collateral damage, and that only makes it worse. Cause how can I want you to suffer when I want to keep you near? You kept me safe, and now it's time to save you, dear. And all I ever really seem to say is sorry. But what does sorry really do to ease your pain? So take this waltz and take my tears, walk away and find yourself a new dear. If you ever need me, I'll be here, my dearest dear. So that was a song called The Sorry Waltz. And now I'm going to play Get Your Dad Another Beer. So if you're watching this and you have your dad in your room with you, you might want to get him another beer. I was 21 and so was he. We were like the grass we laid on. Oh my word, so young and green. We thought the sun would never set as he lit up my cigarette. Oh my word, I could have been a little wiser, a bit more careful. But before I knew it, I was helpless in his arms, and his eyes made promises he couldn't keep. But we both cried yes before we fell asleep. His father cursed, my mother prayed, as we told him the mistake we made. My word, you had to go. His father said I'd go to hell, for each of us a prison cell. Oh my word, we didn't know which life to risk, which rules to follow. Before I knew it, you were helpless in my arms, and the suits made promises they wouldn't keep. But we voted yes, and now we're in too deep. And now we think it's great that you are here. We didn't get no welcome at ourselves, my little dear. There are worse things in the world, so don't be wasting your tears. Turn that frown upside down, get your dad another beer. And now we think it's great that you are here. We didn't get no welcome at ourselves, my little dear. There are worse things in the world, so don't be wasting your tears. Turn that frown upside down, get your dad another beer.
Yay! Here's your applause. There's actually some comments popping up as you play, so just so you know, people are watching and they're loving it.
Oh, that's good
I
to
have
hear.
two questions for you.
Peter.
I wanted to ask you, there's Gerard saying hello, and then it's something in Dutch I cannot read, sorry.
Yeah, he says the image is quite
I'm really
fuzzy.
happy to see Loes play on live stream. I miss seeing her play in Prague.
Hey, Andrew.
Here's another question I wanted to ask you. So when you play live in a normal world, what's your favorite venue? Where do you like to play?
I really like playing at all the places where I played regularly. Like I was, and I'm not just saying that because I'm afraid to lose those places. Well, I am afraid because I was very happy with the situation that I had. It was perfect. Like I played in 2 bars that belong to the same owner, or restaurants actually, like burger joints, Sad Man's Tongue, and then the alternative location is Black Betty's. And I really enjoyed playing there. It just felt like home. I had my little corner there, and the staff is really nice and was always buzzing. And yeah, I always enjoyed playing there.
Do you
And
know what they're doing right now? Do you know what's the situation?
well, I think they're still making burgers and everything for takeaway and
Yeah.
delivery. Like if you're on Wolt or one of those delivery services, then you can order burgers from them. So they're still working. And actually, maybe if we're lucky, it won't be all too long before they
It looks
open
like
again, because
it.
a lot of stuff is happening in Prague right now. Like,
Yeah, we've had some good news for a change.
yeah,
Let's see. Hopefully that is not too
maybe.
bad.
Yeah.
And apart from these 2 venues, what else? What are other venues that you hope to come back to soon?
There are also some Irish pubs where I play regularly, and I play mostly at the Irish Times. And the first time that I heard that it was on Karlova, like the Royal Way, very close to the Charles Bridge, I was a little bit afraid because I thought, oh no, an Irish pub close to the Charles Bridge is going to be full of like drunken idiots and everything. But it's really not like that. It's a really nice place, and also there the staff is really nice. I have my little corner, so I always love playing there. There's really good vibes there. I miss the people. And there's every now and then I play in the Dubliner. Sometimes when I play there, I always play with a duo. And also at Rocky O'Reilly's, when I play there, I usually play with a duo. There are a couple of people that I play with, and I also miss that so much, like playing with somebody else. It's
That's the other question I wanted to ask is that what's your normal setup? Do you always play in English? Do you have any bands? Because I know that you are involved in different projects, and
yeah.
so tell us about that, or tell people about that, and and about your songs. Like what's happening with your music? Do you have anything released, and what's the plan, or do you have a plan?
So I have 2 bands, 4 duos, and I play solo.
Oh my
And
god.
information about almost all of that is on my website and my Facebook page and my Instagram. So because my last name is so awful internationally, also even Dutch people usually spell it wrong. I kind of I leave out my last name, and it's just Loes Musician or Loes Musician, the way you would write it, but it's pronounced Loes. So Loes Musician is both my Instagram and my Facebook account. And also I have a YouTube channel, and on the YouTube channel I have a couple of videos with my duos. I play with a magnificent flute player called Jovia Kasparova, a cello player from Japan, Keishiro, and a Czech fiddle player called Honza Bartoszek. I play with a Czech guitarist and mandolin player called Michal Tzadra. And with all of them, I have a different click, and the music works a little bit differently. And it's just really, I love the energy of playing with somebody else. I have a band in the Netherlands that I used to travel back and forth for quite a lot. I've been playing with them for about 6 or 7 years now, and it's called Red Herring. We have our own website, redherringband.com, and also Facebook page and everything. We recorded a couple of albums, so that's on Spotify.
Okay.
The latest album is called Here to Distract You. And I just started playing with a band in the Czech Republic called Svatja Kota's band. And Svatja is a banjo player, like a legendary banjo player in the Czech Republic in the bluegrass scene. He's been playing for decades, and he's played in the Grand Ole Opry, like he's played everywhere, and the whole band is great. And we were just starting that up again. But yeah, that's gonna have to wait a little bit because we had a lot of festival concerts planned for this year, but it looks like there's going to be no festival. So I hope that we're going to be able to do all of that in 2021. And then lastly, I'm working on a solo album, and I'm halfway recording. I've recorded 8 songs, and I want to record maybe 6 more. I'm working on that with Ondra Kozak, who's a fantastic multi-instrumentalist and really good teacher, and like he produces and he understands the music that I make really well. So I recorded 8 songs with him. He lives in Jeseniki on the other side of the Czech Republic. And probably in June, I'm going to go over there again and record the rest of the music. And then I'm going to start a crowdfunding campaign. And I hope in the fall of this year that I'm going to be able to release my solo album.
Awesome. Speaking about funding, everybody, if you want to support Loes, am I saying it right? Loes,
yes.
There is a QR code in the top right corner that you can scan, and it's going to take you to a donation space. You can donate as much as you can. Make sure to mention Loes as a reference so that we know it's her money. It would be cool, and then all the money we raise are going to go directly to her. That would be very cool. I'm really looking forward to hearing all of the music that you make. What's up next? What are you gonna play next?
How many more songs can I play?
Yeah, as many as you want, really. This is your.
But I have to stop at 5, I guess, right? So
well, we still have 20 minutes, so if you want to play a couple more, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, then I guess I'm gonna play 3 songs.
Okay.
I want to start with. It's okay if I play covers, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Then I want to start with a Czech song to entertain people with my funny accent, because I'm a Dutch person singing a Czech song. It's called Ja Písnička, and it's the only Czech song that I know by heart, but I really love singing it. And and that's also it was written by Žalman, and I know it from Paulina Yishova. And people in the bluegrass scene might know it. So I don't know how many bluegrass musicians are watching this live stream, and if you have your instrument with you, but if you do, then you can pick along with me. And after that, I'm going to play. After that, I'm going to play a request that I got, because there was somebody who wanted to hear "Lonesome Pine," and that's a bluegrass song by Blue Highway. And for that, maybe it will sound like I'm playing a little bit empty sometimes, but I'm gonna leave open opportunity for people to play solos if they're sitting at home and they have their instruments. Maybe they can improvise a solo or something and sing along with me.
You should have sent them the link. They could have played live, just like me. I wish we did that next time.
So yeah, 2 bluegrassy songs coming up.
Awesome. Take it away.
To já zrozená z nemocných básníků, z tichých vět, po nocích utkaná. To já zrozená není do smíchu, když mám být pod cenou prodaná. Kdo vás obléká do šatů svatební, holky mý ztracený, ženich spí na růži, až někam pod kůži se můj strach do klína schovává. To já zrozená v hospodách na tácku, raněných, ospalých milenců. To já zrozená, vyrytá na plácku, směju se po stěnách cizinců. Kdo vás obléká do šatů svatebních, holky mý ztracený, ženich spí na růži, až někam pod kůži se můj strach do klína schovává. tvoja písnička, ležím tu před vámi, jenom tak, spoutaná tolikrát. Tvoja písnička, provdaná za páni, kteří pro lásku smí umě hrát. Kdo vás obléká do šatů hudebních, holky mý ztracený, ztracený. Ženich spí na růži, až někam pod kůži se můj strach do klína schovává. Okay, everybody who has instruments, I'm going to play it in the key of B. Ha, for Czechs. H. So in the original key, Lonesome Pine. There's a path like in the mountains to that one-room house where I was born. Even now, the memories linger. My mama's smile, so soft and warm. Lonesome Pine, I can hear you calling, calling me back to my home. Where the fox and hound, where the fields are roaming, Lonesome Pine calling me home. It's been so long since I left that cabin in search of wealth, fortune, and fame. Even now, when I'm alone and lonely, still hear my daddy call my name. Lonesome Pine, I can hear you calling, calling me back to my home. House, where the fields are roaming, Lonesome Pine calling me home. Oh, someday soon I'm gonna travel back to the land that I love best. In the stillness of the mountains, I will find sweet peace and rest. Lonesome Pine, I can hear you calling, calling me back to my home. Where the fox and hounds, where the fields are roaming, Lonesome Pine calling me home. Where the fox and hounds, where the fields are roaming, Lonesome Pine calling me home. Yeah, that was it. Marie, are you there?
I'm
So,
over here clapping and I was just hidden. Nobody could hear me. This was beautiful. Thank you so much for these songs. It was just like, I felt like I was in Prague. I mean, I'm not so far away, but I kind of started to miss that live performance. I wish it was closer. Anyway,
you're Czech, right?
I am. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm Czech, but I keep moving around and I live different places, so it's hard to put me in a category, you know.
Hmm.
but I love Prague. Prague is just such a special place. So it's been really, really cool to have you guys today. And great Czech, by the way. I was impressed. That was amazing.
Thank you.
That was awesome. Do you have one more song for us?
Yeah, I can do 2 more maybe.
Okay.
Like
Let's
one,
or
or should I just do one?
you can do 2. Yeah, I was just wondering if you're gonna play some more. Thank you so much for playing for us today. It was amazing. Everybody, please look up Loes. There's a comment. My Czech friend knows the song very well from Anne Dias.
On the Hase. Yeah, that's really nice to hear.
Well,
Leuk, Anne. Dankjewel.
Lots of comments under the video on Facebook and on YouTube, so go check it out after. Everybody, if you're watching, please donate to Loes via the Busqr code or via the link in the description. It would be very, very appreciated in the times as you can imagine. Loes, thank you so much for playing for us and chatting to me and to Jules. That was really cool.
And thank you so much for having me. Like it's an honor, and I think it's amazing that you guys are doing this. It looks really professional, and it's like I know how much work it is to organize these things, and yeah, you're putting yourself out there to keep the music alive and to keep the spirits of the musicians up. Like you're doing a wonderful, wonderful job for both for musicians and for audience, and I can't thank you enough. Like.
Thank you so much. Great. That's really great to hear about. It's as important to us as it is for you. Like we get so much out of it. It's an inspiration, and we just have to support music right now. It's just one of the industries that somehow gets overlooked, and people tend to take music for granted in a way. But I think that lockdown has proved just we cannot live without music. We cannot live without art. So thank you so much again for playing. It's been really, really cool. And what are you going to play next? What are the songs?
Ooh, yeah, it's tricky to make a choice. But I think maybe some people will be interested in hearing me sing in Dutch, and I only know 2 songs in Dutch. So I'm going to play a song called Verliefd by Grof Geschut. It's a band that doesn't exist anymore. But I think it's a very pretty song, and it's about a girl who refuses to accept that her boyfriend wants to break up with her. So she says, "Oh no, you're just tired and confused. Just go to bed, and tomorrow you'll wake up and you'll be in love again, and it's all gonna be fine." And she's completely in denial. And the last song that I will play, I will probably then choose on the spot because I have a couple of options and I can't really choose. So, or maybe people can write what they want to hear. Like if they want to hear something original or some cover or something fast or funny or slow or maybe an Irish song. Or
definitely
send us
requests.
Yeah, maybe I'll just play that one song, that Dutch song, and then if you can keep an eye on the comments, if anybody has any kind of request, then let me know, and then I can play that as the closing one.
You'll do. Awesome. Take it away.
Thank you. Zo dus jij denkt dat jij mij zomaar aan de kant zetten kan. Nou, daar vergis je je in en waarom wist ik daar niks van? Ga dan maar slapen, je bent gewoon moe. En wat je wil zeggen, doet er nu even niet toe. Zo dus jij breidt er een eind aan, verdwijnt maar en wandelt maar weg. Zonder een duidelijke reden, mijn mening en geen overleg. En ik moet je hier houden, ik weet alleen nog niet hoe. Dus geef me wel wat tijd, want ik weet nog niet hoe ik dat doe. gekust en je langzaam in slaap gewiegd. Je hebt al zoveel gezegd en soms ben je het echt. Dus hou je nou stil alsjeblieft. En als je straks wakker wordt, ben je ineens weer verliefd. Zo, dus jij trekt erop uit omdat je nog maar zo weinig kent. Dan rest mij niets dan te raden naar wat jij aan het dromen bent. En je wil wel steeds praten, maar dat is zo'n gedoe. Dus ga nou maar slapen, want waar moet je anders naartoe? Ik heb eindelijk rust, ik heb je zachtjes gekust en je langzaam in slaap gewiegd. Je hebt al zoveel gezegd en soms ben je het echt. Dus hou je nou stil alsjeblieft. En als je straks wakker wordt, en als je straks wakker wordt, en als je straks wakker wordt, ben je ineens weer verliefd. Ineens weer verliefd. Ineens weer verliefd. Ineens weer verliefd. I see a comment, Andrew. Go Your Own Way or something Irish. Something by Joni Mitchell. I have to learn something by Joni Mitchell, but I don't know. I don't have it ready yet. 500 miles. More difficult to choose. I think I'm gonna sing an Irish song. It's called Shularun. I wish I were on yonder hill. It's there I'd sit and cry my fill, until my tears would turn a mill. As ik daar toe maar woon in snow. Now that my love to France has gone and left me here to weep alone, all my salt tears would turn to stone. Als ik daar toe maar woon in slaap. Shoo, shoo, shularu. Shul go soker go shul go kyun. Shul go dora saga seligliun. Als ik daar toe maar woon in slaap. I will sell my rock, I'll sell my reel, I'll sell my whole near spinning wheel, and buy my love a sword of steel. Als ik daar toe maar woon in slaap. I will dye my petticoats, I'll dye them red, and through this world I will beg for bread until my mother would wish me dead. Als ik daar toe maar woon in sla. Shoo, shoo, shoolarun. Shul go soker, ga shul go kyun. Shul go dora sag siligliun. Skadatu mavunin song.
Wow, that was
Thank you.
beautiful. How many languages do you speak, by the way?
Well, I can't really say that I actually speak Gaelic, even though I'm trying to learn it, but I'm learning these
What
songs
was it
phonetically.
about? What was it about? Do you know?
It's about a girl who her husband or lover or fiance is sent abroad as a soldier to fight in France, and is probably not coming back, or not coming back alive. And she's singing about her sadness and
Mm.
that she wishes him to go softly. Um, yeah.
Irish songs are like that, aren't they? But it was
Mm.
beautiful. It was really well sung as well. Well done. Thank you so much for the gig today.
you.
We loved having you. It was amazing.
And thank you again for having me. It's been great. Great
Enjoy,
experience.
enjoy. Everybody tune in to Loes's more performances this weekend. Everything is on her website, on her Facebook, on her Instagram, and make sure to donate via the Busqr code over there in the corner. It's really easy and it really helps. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend and see you soon.
Thank you. And thank you everybody for watching, and thanks for your comments and your donations, and have a great day wherever you may be.